Welcome to HyperScale Video Workshop. My name is Brett Green. The release of a brand new tool, Eduard kit, is always a good reason for excitement, and certainly no more, I think, than the Spitfire Mk.I in 1/48 scale. Now, Eduard has had their Spitfire Mk.9 family available for some time now, and I think the general consensus is that these kits are the best that they've ever produced, possibly drawing with P51D Mustang that was released recently, but certainly gorgeous kits in terms of detail, accuracy, and also surface textures. Well, now Eduard have doubled up with a dual combo limited edition brand new tool 1/48 scale Spitfire Mk.I kit in a boxing called the Spitfire Story. Now, things have been very slow arriving in Australia from anywhere at the moment, purely because there just haven't been very many airplanes arriving. But I was quite surprised to see yesterday at Creative Hobbies, Creative Model, sorry, that they actually had this in stock. And even though I do have a sample on the way from Eduard, I thought I would pick this up and review it in as timely a fashion as possible. Now, this will be another one of my unboxing videos. So the purpose of today's video is really just to show you what's in the box and share my first impressions. And then over the next few days, I'll come up with a more detailed text and photo version on HyperScale. But without any further ado, let's have a look at what is in the box of Eduard's Spitfire Story. So there are, I know before even opening the box, that there are two full kits in here, and it looks like on the side of the box we can see there are 10 markings, all in dark earth and dark green upper surfaces and a mix of silver dope, white, black and sky on the lower surfaces. Also quite a bit of variation in terms of national markings and unit codes and so forth. On top we've actually got the clear sprues. I might just pop those at the bottom of the lot and take a look at the first bag instead. There are several separate resealable bags. Here's the first one, and this one contains the fuselage sprues and also the wing sprues. So let's have a look at the fuselages, and we have two sets of fuselages. I thought they might have been identical, but it would appear that they are subtly different. So this one appears to have, is that the bulge for the Kaufman starter on the front there? I think it might be. I will check that and let you know in the full review. But we can see, just looking at the surface detail, once again, gorgeous, fine recessed panel lines, and also, of course, the lines of rivets. And that's the other side of the fuselage half. So that's one of the fuselage halves. And we have, oh no, it's not, I don't think it is a Kaufman starter actually. No, I beg your pardon. And we have another fuselage half here, which seems to have the armoured fuel tank just in front of the windscreen there. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like it's raised a little bit. And there's a scoop also just underneath the windscreen. There may be other subtle differences as well, but this is literally the first time I've seen it. So I'll detail that in the review. So there are the fuselage halves. We have some structural detail moulded to the inside of the cockpit, and undoubtedly I'm sure the level of detail of the cockpit is going to be as nice as everything we've always come to expect from Eduard. Next, in this first bag, we'll have a look at the wings. So we have two wings that are both spruce C, so I think these are going to be identical. We have the kidney-shaped bulges there we go, on the upper wings, which I think is correct on the Mark 1. I think on other Marks the bowls disappeared. Post-war aircraft reinstated the bowl just because of the change of the wheel geometry for aircraft that were mainly landing on tarmac rather than grass, as these would have been. So the wings are broken down into upper wing halves, and then we have a full span lower wing in the configuration of a Mark 1A with 8 machine guns. So once again, very nice. The surface textures are gorgeous, very subtle. And I'll just show you, it's here, but it's the same as the last one. So also in this bag, we have propeller sprues. They're both identical as well. They're the H propeller sprues. So I think we've got a de Havilland propeller and spinner here. I'm not 100% sure of the other one, so I'll check that and make sure that I give you the details in the full review as well. But I think most of these are going to be the de Havilland prop. Anyway, okay, so we have 2 resealable bags here. Both of them seem to contain the identical detail sprues. So these are going to be things like control surfaces. Looks like there are alternative propellers. We also have cockpit parts and so forth. So wheels. Let me just bear with me for a while. There we go. Got it open. I won the battle. Okay, so this sprue, we can see cockpit parts. Let that focus. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Cockpit parts, we have a number of different types of bulkheads. We have the exhausts, the kidney exhausts, instrument panel bases. So it looks like the instrument panel, you've got the choice of either painting up or decaling. I'm sure there'll be the colour photo etch parts as usual as well. We have also the seat, the 2-bladed Watts propeller is there with an interesting breakdown of the parts. That looks really good. And individual machine guns as well. That's a nice little touch. So they're not just stubs on the wings. They're going to be the ends of the barrels that are presumably mounted in the wings. So that's sprue. That's, I can't see. Oh, sprue J. This is sprue. I've lost the power of sight. Sprue. I can't see it. Anyway, it's not important. We have the various control surfaces, elevators, the ailerons, a couple of different styles of rudder, the radiator housings, another propeller spinner. It looks like, there we go, there's an interesting clue. I don't know if you can see there at the bottom, but we have the clipped wingtips, so as well as the regular wingtips. So that's an interesting suggestion that we'll see a Mark 5 from Eduard fairly soon. I think they have actually announced that, so it's probably not quite a revelation. As well as tyres and so forth. So once again, the textures on the control surfaces are really nice and subtle. Looks very, very nice so far. So they're the grey sprues. We have 2 bags of sprues for the clear parts. Let's take a look at those. And we have lots of canopies. So we've got 3 styles of canopy, and we have open and closed options for all 3. So we have the very early flat canopy for anything from the early Mark 1s onward, the bulged canopy at the top, and the canopy that's actually bulged on the sides as well. So there are a couple of different styles of windscreen. We have the armoured windscreen there, and also the non-armoured version too. So it looks like there are two versions of the armoured windscreen, as well as gun sight lenses, gun sight, navigation lights, and once again, clipped wingtips. So we're going to see some of these as common sprues in a forthcoming Mk.I. Also included in this rather nice initial limited edition kit is a resin figure, and he looks to me, does he look like Douglas Bader to you? He's got too many legs, but they've compensated by chopping his arm off. The arm is actually in the bag, but it's quite small, so I won't bother showing you. But that's a nice little figure. It does look a bit like Douglas Bader. Okay, now what else do we have? There is more. There is more. We have a large decal sheet, and a small decal sheet, and a third even smaller decal sheet. So we have plenty of decals. I know I'll be driving people mad out there with my Australian pronunciation of the word decal, but I can't help it. So here we have the decals, which are printed by Eduard. Lots of national markings, so these are mainly the national markings, the serials and so forth. I'll reserve judgment until I see it on the airplane, but the yellow looks a bit on the pale side, quite a lemony kind of a yellow. But we'll see what they look like once they're actually off the decal sheet and on the model. Pop that there. Here we have medium sea grey codes on a separate sheet. So lots of different options there for the 10 aircraft that we saw on the side of the box. And the other, oh, here we are, the canopy masks. What did we do with that canopy masks? Is it just me, or is masking canopies just the worst job in modelling? Not so much on a Spitfire, but on a Heinkel 111? No! Please, no. We also have Spitfire Mk.I to Mk.V. They are labelled Mk.I to Mk.V stencils. So I do hope when Eduard do bring out their 5 series that we're going to see a 5C. I can't believe that we've gotten to the stage of 2020 and we still don't have a Mark 5C Spitfire out of the box. So in 48 scale. I would love to see that. And finally, as far as the kit parts are concerned, being uncooperative, we have the photo etched fret. So as we would expect, we have the instrument panel. In fact, it looks like there's 2 styles of instrument panel. We have colour photo etched harness straps. We have radiator faces, various switches and handles and bits and pieces. So very useful little thing there. And at the bottom of the box, we have a rather hefty instruction booklet, which is 28 pages in length, and that will include, I would imagine, quite a detailed history. So you've got a bit of reading to do there. Also, a parts tree, so I can find out what letter that mysterious sprue was. And typical Eduard illustrated instructions, which are usually pretty straightforward to follow. They're good with providing what option goes with which on not only the kit parts but also decal options. And at the back here we have full colour 4-view illustrations plus notes for the 10 aircraft options that are included in the kit. So repeating once again, this is 2 complete kits in the one box. Then in October, I think Eduard will be releasing the standard Profi Pack version of the Spitfire Mk.I, but this is a really nice option. And as I mentioned before, it's got two separate styles of fuselage half. Presumably there's one early and one late, as well as all the parts necessary to build two complete aircraft. So that's it. Eduard's Spitfire Story. It's the beginning of the story, even though it's out of sequence compared to the Mk.I that was released a few years ago. But it's a story I'm looking forward to participating in, and I'll be building these before very long at all. So this is Brett Green from HyperScale Video Workshop. Bye for now.